Hey everyone, it's Agnach here and welcome to another video. On today's video I'll be bringing more Legend League attacks with this broken army, which is the Witch Super Spam. It's so easy to use and so effective. Between my two accounts I had 11 triples out of 16 attacks. With Lord Layback I had 7 out of 8, which is why at the moment I'm 72 in the world and number 1 in Australia. The other thing to consider is that these attacks are around the 5700 trophy mark and not 5000, which most YouTubers use for their videos, so this attack is definitely OP. And I'll start by showing a couple of attacks where the wall breakers seem invincible. So let's start with the first attack. Okay, so on the first attack I'm coming in against Iron Maiden of the Prague Cruise, so I just sap the Scattered Inferno on the side, also damaging a bit of the Queen, and then on the other side I also get the Scattered Inferno, the Bomb Tower, also the Bomb Tower on the other side, therefore getting rid of some of the splash damage. And yeah, the Town Hall is on that side, but I decided to come from the opposite side. I do believe that when you're using the Wrecker, when you're coming in opposite of the Town Hall, you get the most value out of the Wrecker, so you just have to be really good with your warding ability, also with your troops and with your free spell to make sure that that wall breaker gets to where you want it to go. Obviously the final spot is the Town Hall, so that's the main goal. It will not always get there, but on this occasion it's heading that way, and since we zapped the middle and we damaged the Queen, and we could have damaged the ERC but we didn't, the Wrecker is gonna keep going and almost get to the Town Hall. That tornado trap goes off, the Town Hall wakes up, so I decided to freeze that plus an expo just to make sure that my troops get all the way through. A couple of those super minions come out of the CC, but that's not gonna be an issue. The RC hits the final shot on the Town Hall, and this is pretty much cleanup. There's only one waste tower left, but we still have our Queen ability, so this is gonna be a nice 3-star to start the day. And if you think this wall breaker was amazing, have a look at the second attack where the wall breaker just pretty much went all the way through the base. So that's our first 3-star, and now have a look at where the Town Hall is on this occasion. Now we're going to be sapping the scatter shots, the Bomb Tower and the Waste Tower, damaging the Queen as well, and we're going to damage the RC on the other side. If you can do that, that's pretty good. 5 saps will not kill them, but it will damage them enough. So now instead of starting where the Town Hall is, I'm starting opposite from the Town Hall. Put a Giant and 3 Witches on one side, a Giant and 3 Witches on the other side. And we start with a line of Giants and Witches, put the wall breaker and start going in. The other reason why I decided to start from this side is because I want to get rid of that Eagle as soon as I can. The Eagle is, apart from the scatters, the Eagle is the next heavy damage for your Witches, so as soon as you can get rid of it, the better. CC comes out, lava is there, the single Inferno is on my Wrecker, so I'm going to be using my freeze on the single Inferno just to make sure that the Wrecker continues. The Inferno in the middle is a multi-Inferno, so that's not going to matter. So we continue. Now the Queen is stalling there, but thankfully she decides to keep walking with the Wrecker and the King, and they all go through. Now the Wrecker gets almost to the Town Hall, but it's opened the last wall. I always in the CC I like bringing a P.E.K.K.A, an Ice Golem and a Giant. The Ice Golem, usually if it manages to get all the way to the Town Hall, it will freeze the Town Hall, and it usually gives my Queen a few seconds to be able to kill that Town Hall. Now as you can see, this strategy is pretty risky. Today I did have a lot of triples, so I had 7 out of 8 with Lord Layback, but sometimes I do get 1-stars, so you've got to risk it for the biscuit. So if you want to try this strategy, definitely you need to realize that sometimes you might get 1-stars. So this base is a very common base in Legend League. but you can just see how much value I've got from those 10 saps and quakes. Pretty much everything in the center is gone apart from the town hall and the eagle. So now I'm just coming in. The other reason why I like using this version with the super giants is that apart from being tanky, they're really good at just smashing through the walls. So I don't need any wall breakers or anything on the sides. Like the giants just break through it, walk in, the witches go there, they just create that additional funnel, and then everything goes into the center. We still have the queen ability, and the only splash damage is that waste tower, which just went down, and pretty much the base is wrecked. So this is how you can get this very common Legend League base with the witch spam. So next up, we've got this one where the tangle is on the opposite side. Also with this attack, you don't always have to zap the scatters. On this occasion I zapped the scatter and the expo, and then I decided to zap the expo and the multi-inferno. Pretty much just you have to destroy whatever you think you need for your path for your main army. So on this occasion I decided to zap the left side and the center, so I'm gonna be coming from the right side. I put a super giant up there just to try to lure the CC, but I wasn't able to lure the whole thing. Put my line of giants and witches and my RC into the single inferno, and also to get rid of that eagle and try to keep my main army in path with the wall wrecker. Use the freeze for the single inferno that had targeted my wrecker. Now everything goes in. Now the king is breaking through the wall. I only need the queen to be able to hit the town hall, but the CC comes out and there's a lot of witches there, and my queen is just getting stalled. Again, this army you can get a 3-star or a 1-star, there's nothing in between. So I used the queen ability once I knew that the CC had gone down, and under the queen ability the tank goes down very quickly, and I still had a few witches left that get rid of the CC. Now if the queen had been killed, those witches would have been killed by the tank hole, and that would have been a 1-star. Now also I'm just showing how you can mess up and still triple with this attack. So here I've got a fair bit of value, the scatter, the expo and the inferno. Use the quake, and I was gonna use the zaps for the scatter and the expo, but I ended up using my freeze. So now I've just swagged one freeze, and I start with my giants and witches. On this base, the eagle and the CC are on the same side. If they were on opposite sides, I always suggest to come in by the eagle side. You just want to get rid of that eagle as soon as you can. Lava and headhunters come out of the CC. Use my vulnerability nice and early just to make sure that the wall wrecker breaks the in wall. Now the enemy queen is just smashing my wrecker, so it's gonna go down. That eagle almost goes down. Thankfully, thanks to the queen there, some of the troops go inside, but you're gonna see everything just starts walking around. I'm like, okay, I've already sent my RC, so what can I do with that town hall? So now it was just pretty much just pray that this was gonna work. Thankfully it was all single infernos, so, and the town hall was very guarded inside the center, so it wasn't gonna be able to hit my troops as they were walking around the ring. So basically I just needed to wait and hope that I didn't have to use my queen ability, make sure that the rest of my troops got rid of the defenses on the outside, and then the town hall was gonna be just the last defense that we were gonna hit. So this was either gonna be a 99% 1-star or a 3-star. And as I'm showing you all the 3-stars, I'm guessing you guess what it was. The queen gets to maybe a 30 health, then starts walking to the tank hall. Thankfully the wall is open. Use the queen ability, tank hall goes down, and it's a nice 3-star. So we've got this base. I'm gonna be zapping. As I said before, you can zap the queen with the scatter just to damage it. On this occasion I missed the queen, which is not a very good thing, and then I decided to zap the expos. Now the other thing that happened was that I zapped the scatter with 6 zaps, so I only had 4. Therefore the expos in the center didn't go down, so I had to change where I was coming in with the wrecker, and I was just going straight in towards the scatter that I hadn't zapped, just to make sure it goes down. Basically with witches you just want to get rid of scatters followed by eagle and then the multi-infernos. Those are the 3 things that will really tear your witches apart, so if you can get rid of them quickly, the better. And as you can see here, I messed up my zaps, but in the end it ended up working and everything ended up getting all of the base. As soon as you get the splash damage down, the witches, they're just unstoppable. Like, they will go through the entire base, and if the base has holes around the base, it's even better. So now we've got this base, so as you can see there's the scatter, the expo and the multi-inferno, so we can tap that side, and then we can do exactly the same thing on the other side. So now we've got 2 multi-infernos down, the 2 expos and 2 scatter shots, and then the eagle is to the south, so I start my super giants which is on the side, bring my wall breaker with the rest of the army from the south all the way in towards the eagle. Use the vulnerability nice and early. One of the expos is on my wrecker, so I decide to freeze it with the eagle. Triple ice golem comes out of the CC. The wrecker manages to go all the way through to the town hall, and now this one I think I was quite a bit lucky because I've got my giant, my ice golem and my P.E.K.K.A. P.E.K.K.A. manages to get rid of the triple ice golem, and then it has enough health that it can get rid of the tank hole by herself, and the rest of the base is done. If that P.E.K.K.A. hadn't gotten the tank hole down, this would have been a 1-star as well. Okay guys, so that was my Legends League day today. I ended up getting 307 trophies. As I said before, this army is so easy, anyone can use it. Once again, it's using 12 super giants, 15 witches, 10 lightning spells, 2 earthquake spells, and freeze. You can change that for a poison if you want, but it's really amazing. You should give it a go, and I'm sure you're gonna be gaining lots of triples. Well, that's it from me. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, click the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time with more Clash. See ya.